So look, you got to catch these diamonds that I'm putting out. I got a revelation from God, and it's concerning dating. And I know a lot of people are in frustration when it comes to dating, because it seems like no matter how much you work on yourself, how much you heal, go to therapy, deal with all the things in your life, it seems like you still don't attract the people that you believe that you deserve. And I remember being in that same frustration with God. And I'm just like, Lord, I'm doing the work that I'm supposed to be doing, but yet it seems like the only options that I have are the people that are not in alignment with me, or they are unequally yoked. So it's hard. I seen a video of a young lady, expressing the same thing, that she's doing work for herself, but yet the men that she's attracting, is not inclined with her. So one thing that God had brought me to, and it was a Bible verse. It's in John chapter 5, verse 6. Jesus was getting ready to heal a paralyzed man, but he asked him a question. He said, do you want to be made whole? Or do you want to be well? So what God had to remind me, he reminded me of that there are so many people that do not want to be whole. They do not want to be well. They want to have the luxury of dating you while still battling demons. Come on now. They don't want to be made whole. They don't want to be well. So God is showing me that you're living in a society of people who are stuck in their way. So that's why it seems like the dating pool, it sucks, because there are so many people who are still conditioned to being how they are because they don't think nothing's wrong with them. Come on now. That's a word right there. They don't believe nothing is wrong. So they're not trying to conform to a new life in Christ. So you're going to stay, in this place of frustration, because that's the world we're living in. And so let me express this as well. If you're finding yourself frustrated with God because it's like, why can't I meet somebody good, God? Why can't? God said, look, this is what he had to tell me. I can't make people want to be whole. I can't make them want to change. He said the difference between you and them is you came to me. You came to me seeking for deliverance. You came to me seeking to be made whole, to be made brand new. He said a lot of people are not coming. They are stuck in their ways. So there's no point in being frustrated with God, because that is the world we're living in. God cannot make them. He can't shake them and say, look, you gonna change. They gotta want to change. They gotta be genuine. So the dating pool is going to be terrible from here on out. It's a blessing when you come in contact with somebody that you're equally yoked with. Count it a blessing. And if you do want somebody, God to be the only person that can hook you up with somebody when the time comes. But see, what we got to understand, they got to say yes first. I had to say yes to God. This is another thing that we talk about. We say that if we get right within ourselves, then we will attract better people. And that's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? But also, if that is the case, then there are a lot of people that are genuine that should have attracted better people a long time ago. And I'm one of them. See, you doing the work on yourself does not dictate what somebody else going to do. You just going to be a genuine person around a bunch of wolves until you meet other people who are just like you. You see what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people are dealing with this frustration, because they think that, well, I'm doing the work within me, so why am I not attracting that? Because it does not dictate that. You're choosing that for yourself. That don't mean the people around you will. But what it will do is that when you're in a better place within yourself, it'll help you choose wisely. So with that being said, it'll push you to meeting people that are better for you. With that being said, you're not going to waste your time on people that are not good for you, because see, now you're cleansed. You're sober. So I like to say a lot of us are up under the influence of negativity. So when we're up under that influence, we don't even know we're dealing with toxic people, with all that trash, and we don't even realize we're dealing with it. But once we become sober and our vision is clear, it's not a blurry version. Now we can see when people come our way, we be like, oh, no. I done seen it. I can't deal with that. I can't have it. So now you're able to choose wisely now, which will further along push you into meeting people just like you. So God say, listen, the question is today is, do you want to be made whole? Do you want to be well? You can't keep on asking God for something, because one thing about it, a lot of us are single because God ain't going to do you like that. He not going to just put you with anybody. He see the work that you're doing in your life. So he ain't going to just have anybody come in your life. God would rather you be single than to allow someone to come in and destroy your life. So if you are single and you have been dealing with this frustration, you need to thank God. because he's not going to let someone wreck your life. That has happened to so many people, but once they learn, that's when we take accountability and we say, I'm responsible for my life too and who I let in. I can't keep on, coming at God about why this and why that. What we need to understand is the times that we're living in. This is the era of the walking dead. There are only a few survivors. Listen, I got my light out. There's only a few survivors that's holding the light. And the other people you're going to come into contact with, they're dead emotionally, spiritually, and all of the above. So I want to close this message by saying, once you chose to do that inner work, to heal, you chose life. And what you got to understand, you're choosing life in a society of death. This is the walking dead. You chose to come, you chose to be alive. And when you become alive, you gonna notice all the dead zombies walking around you. All the dead souls, spiritually dead, emotionally unavailable, irresponsible. You're waking up to everything. That's why it's this frustration, because everything around you is dead. And it's like, where is life? There is no life here. But you are the life. But it's very frustrating because it's not many. But that's what happens when you choose to come alive again. You have to protect yourself, because right now, people rather rob you of your good virtue, of your treasures, than to do the work and have their own treasures. Come on now. They rather have your treasures than to have their own. Because who wants to do the work? I don't want to do the work. I'll just rob you for all your goods, your treasures, your good loving, your good advice. I can just get it from you. I don't need my own. I just take yours. That is the era we live in. It is a dead era. They rather just rob you of your treasures. They don't want their own. They're too lazy. They're too lazy to put in the work. They rather rob you. So that's why you got to protect yourself. And that's why you got to thank God that he's not just allowing anybody in your life. This is a blessing that you are by yourself, because it means that there is no one safe for you right now. Just wait.